I'm not gonna fall asleep. No, no, no. Never no drink. To Chinese restaurant to buy no. That's nasty. Don't talk with you. Don't talk with your mouth full. Nope. Don't do it. I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm awake. Mm-hmm. It's hot in here. What? I'm coherent. I'm totally coherent. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Walk Live. You guys, now for all of you who have been rocking with me since day one, you know I love you. And you know this. And you know this. And for all of you who are new, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you like what you see and what you hear. My name is Sakima, and I post on this channel every Tuesday. You guys, listen, the things I post on this channel, they're just nuggets, lessons that God has given me along the way, and they've helped me chip away at some of the barriers in my path, and my hope is that they will help you as well. On to the content. I'm not sure why I'm winking. It's nighttime. It's not. Okay. Well, you guys, once again, it is nighttime. Okay. If I haven't said that already. Mm, your girl is tired. And you know what? I'm gonna stop doing y'all like this because I know I get on here and it's like I hope it doesn't sound like I'm like complaining, but I do want to be all the way real with y'all. This is the walk live. So I really want y'all to have real insight into where I am in my life, what I'm doing, how I'm feeling. Like this was the intent for the walk live for this channel. Um, Initially, I wanted to do more of a vlog type situation, but I was like, I'm not doing anything interesting enough to be able to do that and still capture any sort of, interest. So, and, and that could just be in my head, but probably not. But also, I'm busy. I'm a busy mother, and listen, a lot of this looks glamorous sometimes, but honey, it's not. It's not. It's not. And I don't be looking like this all the time as if this is fancy. It's not. But still, even this, I don't look like this all the time. So, um, I was like, let me at least show up a little bit better. If I'm going to show up for y'all and I'm going to talk to y'all and share with y'all. Let me have something substantial to say. And let me give y'all what I have for these few minutes. Something that you guys can actually hold on to and meditate on throughout your week. So, and eventually maybe it'll evolve into something else. You never know what God has. So, I don't know. But, anyway, that was the original intent for the story. For this channel. Jesus help me. Um, but I'm telling you that because I know I get on here. I have been getting on here lately saying I'm tired and it's nighttime, and I feel like I've been behind the curve here a little bit, especially with the holidays and everything. But I'm making it. I'm doing what I got to do, y'all. And this is real life right here. So normally I like to be ahead of the game and record a lot um, sooner before it's time to put the video up. But lately I've been able to record like the night before. Like I've just been that busy or that overwhelmed with things. So Pray for your sister that God will help me to get on track, so that it's not so all over the place. But anyway, enough of that. That's not even what I wanted to talk about, y'all. It's not. Um, I wanted to talk about my prayer for you. My prayer for you. During this time, as you can see with all of the disarray here lately and the being disorganized and all of that, it has been a bit of a trying time, as if life at any other time is not. But here lately, it's been especially trying for your girl. But I love this because I feel like right up in here is where the most meat is, where you're able to give something beautiful, because there are plenty out here who are experiencing the same thing that you're experiencing, the same thing that I'm experiencing. And so I'm glad that God will allow me to share even during times like this. So I hope that you are blessed by this. But my prayer for you is that throughout all the times, whether it be times where you're up or times where you're down, times where you're overwhelmed, we're going to have all of these feelings. Uh, my prayer is that you get to a place where you are just hungry and you're resilient and you are following. I was going to say hopelessly after God, but of course, in God, we're not hopeless. But what I mean by that is that, when we think of someone following hopelessly after someone, it's like there's nothing that can deter you. Like you could be running into rejection after rejection from this person. They doing this and that. No matter what they do or say, you're just following after them. Their actions or words are not deterring you, even if they are harsh or bad or not great. You're just hopelessly following after them no matter what. And if we flip that and say, I want to follow hopelessly after God, we are not hopeless when we follow him. However, we are, in the same sense, following God no matter what. It's that no matter what part that makes those two things similar. Um, I have never been so resilient in my life. I will be the first to say, and I've said this on other videos before, that I realized when I became, it probably was within the last couple years, I realized how I was not that resilient, and how it could be the slightest thing that would throw me off from my journey, from my walk with God. And um, the place that I'm in now feels, while it's so strange, because while it feels like I'm in such a vulnerable or such a fragile place, I also feel the strongest that I've ever felt. I was talking to my sister today, and we were talking about that because there were some things that she was dealing with and that she was like, okay, moving on from. But um, I was telling her that you are so strong right now. Like, you're stronger than you've been before. I told her there's nothing like being on the other side of bondage. There's nothing like being in something and then crossing over to the side where you're like, God, I don't even have anything left. You have to take over my life. You have to do what it is that you see fit for me, because I don't have it. Yes, I'm out, but geez, I am bleeding. I am hurting. In that place, you're stronger than you've been. There's times where we feel strong and we feel like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got this, and whatever comes, it better not. I dare it. And there's times that we feel that way. But then it's interesting because there are times where we're also in this state right here where we're fragile, where we're just coming out of something that may have been horrible on us and tough on us and hard on us. But when we are standing with God and standing under Him, we are so, so strong in that moment. Whenever, if you've ever experienced, doing fasting before, fasting for your spiritual life, for your relationship with God, you ever you ever started fasting and then as soon as you go to work, they got some cookies on the table? Why they do that? Why they do that? Oh, what'd you say? We having donuts today. Oh, no, no, I'm good. I'm I'm on a diet. Y'all know how we be like, but there's also some, as devastated as we are that we can't have those cookies and donuts and whatever. Um, there is also some supernatural strength right there. You you know you know how often you've been a slave to your desires. Like, every single thing that you want, you got to have it. And if you can't have it, you got to be consumed with thinking about it all day and all night. We've all experienced being that person. That person, though, imagine that person now being in a position where you're denying that thing that has led you all your life, that flesh. What? You on another level now. You're completely on another level now. And I love being in that place, as tough as it can be. I love being in that place. And so right now in my life, I am at a place where I feel exhausted. Like, I'm like, Lord, I ain't never ran this hard after you. I ain't never followed you like this. I ain't never denied myself so much, God. I'm almost like delirious right now. I'm almost drunk with obedience. Like, for real. Like, I'm like, oh, Father, Jesus, hangover. Like, this is what it is. And I realized that what I was doing before, that little bitty, patty cake stuff, like jump in, jump out Christianity, that wasn't the way it was supposed to be. This, what I'm doing right now, this is what it was supposed to be all along. No, I'm not saying that your entire walk should be one that is tumultuous, but what I am saying is that you ought to feel it. You ought to feel it, because our flesh is something that has a mind of its own, and the mind that it has does not walk hand in hand with the spirit. And so if you're not feeling the strain of that thing, then it may be time to think, oh, what am I doing? Am I doing this right? Because it can get tough. And I'm studying on some things right now, and I want to come out. I will be coming out with another video on it being tough. Okay, and so we're going to talk about that another time. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. But during these times, I pray that you are brought to a place in your walk where you are drunk with obedience. You are drunk with obedience. I can't tell you how much I have watched myself and looked back over my life and saw that I have chased after so many things. Chased after so many things that were running from me. And I have been in a place where I could, sometimes it would be discouraging. Sometimes it would be disappointing. It would sadden me. And I'd be exhausted because I'd be emotionally exhausted because I wasn't being fulfilled. What I wanted was not happening. Yet, I find myself still getting on that hamster wheel. And so it's amazing to me that we expect it to be completely easy when we get on this side. You have never seen someone who has been absolutely addicted to a drug come off of it cold turkey, quit it, and not go through a process of detoxing. A process where the body is like, what are you doing? Where's my drugs? Same here. Like, you feel the strain. You're going to feel the strain. But my prayer is that God will arrange things so in your life that you feel stuck. Like, Lord, I want to break, but I can't. I want to quit, but I can't. I want to go back the other way, but I just can't. I just, I can't stop following you. I can't stop going after what you told me was true. I can't stop. I can't give up. I can't go back. I can't revert. I feel my flesh wanting to. It's just, I can't. I just, I can't. I'm exhausted from following you. And I can't stop. And one thing I know is that you are here with me. And that every moment of exhaustion that I have because I'm following you is not wasted. You are using every single moment, and you're a rewarder of those who seek you, who diligently seek you. And I'm going to see that victory. I'm going to see you show up in my life. I don't know what you're going to do. And at this point, I'm so drunk with obedience. I don't even know if you're about to do something else. I live in that expectation and in that hope and that faith. However, I'm so at a point now where it's like, Lord, I don't know what you're doing. And really, it doesn't even matter. You're worthy, and I should have been here all along. And I know that this is the best place that I could ever be in. And that's all I know right now, Lord. That's all I know. And that's what I'm holding on to. I'm not holding on to just, well, if you do I think you're going to do this specific thing. And so that's why I'm going to just stick right here for a little while. It ain't even about that at this point. Lord, I'm following you. I'm doing what you want me to do. You have changed my heart. You have captured me so that I can't let go. I can't let go. Even when I want to, I can't let go. That's my prayer for you. And I pray that you will come back and give a testimony as to what God is doing in your life, what He has done in your life as a result of your drunken obedience, your resilience. I encourage you today, tonight, keep going. I have no other words. I have no other words. I'm not going to promise you this, and if you turn around 3 times and bless the Lord, He's going to send you 1,160,000,000, thousand cajillion dollars down, and you're going to get your big house and just slap your neighbor. I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to tell you, keep going. There is no better place. There is no place that can compare to where you are. Keep going. Do not give up. I know it seems unnatural sometimes to keep going this way. It seems unnatural sometimes to reject what you feel and go towards what God is calling you to. But Lord, I feel like I don't know, my heart just, me, just sometimes I think about, I don't know, I just, like when I'm around them, I just feel so, yet you told me something else. So I'm just supposed to ignore but I feel, I know. It feels unnatural to reject yourself sometimes, but there is a reason for it. Continue to study. A lot of these things that we have questions about are revealed over time when we study, when we continue to seek God. Sometimes it won't be right then when we're studying that we'll get that answer. Sometimes we'll be sitting somewhere doing something completely not connected to the Word and to God, when we'll get that revelation. You need something to cutting the grass, and you like, wait a minute, and God brings that thing to your remembrance, that thing that you studied, along with that thing that your pastor told you, along with that thing that you saw on Sesame Street, along with that thing that your mother used to tell you as a child, along with that thing that happened to you when you were a teenager. And then all of a sudden it fits. It makes one full picture. And you see something that God has been trying to show you this entire time, something that He's been preparing you for, something that He's been sticking with you until you got it. And even after that. I pray that God continues to reveal Himself to you. Keep going. I'm thinking about you. I'm praying for you. I'm in this with you. I am rooting for you. You will not give up. You will not revert. You will not go back. You do have what it takes. You will succeed. It does not matter what you've done, where you've been, the person you've been in the past. You will keep going. And God will cause you to succeed. God will cause you to triumph. Even in those areas where you hadn't seen triumph before. That's what He meant when He said, I am making rivers in the desert. Remember we talked about that in the other video? You haven't triumphed in this area before, but see, God is making rivers in the desert now. That's what He said. I am making rivers in the desert. That dry place, that place where you haven't seen the results. I'm doing something in that place. So don't worry about who you used to be. Don't look at yourself and say, I've never succeeded in anything in my life. Who am I kidding on this journey doing this? God is doing it, not you. And because of that, you will triumph. Because of that, you're not the same person. I know you said it a million times, but you're not the same person. And you can do this. I love you. And I'm praying for you. And we in this together. We're going to make it. All right. I hope that helps somebody. And I hope you hear my heart. I hope you hear God's heart. My walk with God has been just that. A walk, a journey. One that I feel like I am meant to share with you. And so I do want to thank you so much for joining me on the walk live.